Yeah. Hella Classic Podcast, episode 1. My name is Noah Ayala. We have the legendary, definitely been on your favorite album, definitely has sang some legendary hooks, definitely has probably, and I don't know this for sure, but probably written some legendary hooks too, right?
Man, Kokane is the most featured artist in recording collabs.
There you go. Kokane is in the building.
Yes, sir.
Welcome, sir. Let's start from there. You are the most featured artist in history.
Man, it's a blessing.
How many songs?
A little bit over 4K in collabs. You know what I'm saying? 28 years expanding, and it's just a blessing, man. It's humbling. You know what I mean?
How do you even keep up with that many? Or you don't?
I don't, man. I was just passionate about music. And at the same time, I had to put food on the table for my familia. Right. So I just kept working. It didn't matter what color you was. You could be purple. You know what I'm saying? I just enjoyed the music and enjoyed not just where I came from, but enjoying a lot of the talent out there, because there's incredible talent over the years I was blessed enough to work with.
Now, speaking of where it started, where you come from, I think I read earlier today when I was doing my research, and I didn't even know this, so I was surprised by this. 1991, Ruthless Records. Is that where it started?
Absolutely, man. It started through Above the Law and Lay Law.
Okay.
You know, back when they was getting put on in 88 and 89, you know, one thing that Eazy recognized, he didn't care where you was from. All he cared about your passion. You know what I'm saying? He was very hood with it, you know what I mean? And our Compton brother gave us a chance to really not compromise our integrity and our creativity, but he allowed us to be us, man. That's what made Eazy special. And big ups to Russell Simmons, but Eazy was our West Coast Russell Simmons, taken from the blueprint from the 6 in the morning and really brought in this reality rap, which white media called it gangster rap, because they figured out it's a bunch of people from the ghetto, so it's gangsters.
You gotta label it something.
You know what I mean? So we all ran with that. Was back in the rap sheet days and in the jukebox days, and you know, it's surreal, man, to see, you know, out of that one seed what Eric created, you know, not just creatively, but a billions upon billions of dollar empire, man.
Yeah, man, and it's given a lot of people careers.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think you learned from, like, I guess that Ruthless Records era that I guess you've taken with you today? Because, I mean, you're still in it, so a lot of artists can't say that. A lot of artists don't make it past 3 years.
Right.
1 summer.
Righteous.
You know?
Well, the thing that made Eazy special that I carry with me, you know, is that it wasn't just about the money. It was about the passion. It was about the love. It's about the creativity. All those things made a recipe for success. I mean, Eric will ride in a big body car. He's sitting on so many millions. But, you know, I got my boy right here, my shorty. You know what I mean? He drove all the way up from San Bernardino just to pay for their hernia surgeries. Eric was special.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, I don't mean to have too much of a kumbaya moment, but Eric, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't know, man. Eric, he was different, man. And a lot of people that he touched people's lives on, you know what I mean? He took a chance. He put up his hustle money. And years later, man, you can see this all makes sense.
Yeah, man. And to lose somebody that is, you know, as special as you describe, that must be crazy. It must be.
Yeah, man, we lost him. We lost KMG, DJ Train, Nate Dogg, Tupac. All these up close personal people that I had a chance to work with. They influenced me. I influenced them.
Now, these artists you named, you've worked with all these artists, right?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
What was that like working with Pac?
Pac was my brother. You know what I mean? He always used to be around us. Lay Law, Above the Law. He actually one of the ones that coined G-Funk before anybody heard it. I'm from the G-Funk, but you can call it what you want, Tupac. On the Above the Law record.
Okay.
You understand? And it's like, when you look at what Parliament did, and we all, like, the limbs from that root, that's what good music is about, because the best form of flattery is duplication. but at the same time, we're here to hand the baton, and we're here to, still sharpen steel. So, that's what music and character is about. And we got some real rich history out here on the West Coast, man. We affect the cultures, man. Real talk.
And speaking of which, I definitely want to talk about the new album I know you got coming out. I know you've been working with Snoop. I know you got some new things, so I want to get to that. But speaking of the culture, speaking of the West Coast, I want to ask you how you feel about, I guess, this new generation. But then I also want to just add the comment, like, I think the West Coast is unique because I feel like out of all the regions, even our youngins never lost that sound of where we came from.
Righteous.
And I feel like the OGs and the youngins are a little bit more unified here than like other regions too as well,
Well, it's really getting back to knocking down the Berlin Wall, so to speak. And, ain't no substitution for good. It don't matter if you 10 years old or 99. You know what I mean? We're able to knock down the most simple walls, you know what I mean, that put up division between us. And it's a blessing to see, on the West Coast, how the young G's is messing with the OGs now. Because I always say there's a responsibility with the young generation to really respect the past, because you respect the past, you're going to love where you're going in the future, so you could be a future legend. But then at the same time, everything is about according to a season. You know what I mean? We have wishful thinking 3, 4, 5 years ago, but it's about culture and what culture want to do. And hip-hop is the biggest form of music, and West Coast culture in general. You can go to New York, you can go here. They adopted our lifestyle. And just like music and the hip hop mecca came from New York, you know what I mean? So Rakim said it best. It ain't where you're from, it's really where you're at. And to see the West Coast moving, how they're moving, Nip came out, Carpe Diem right here, he's hotter than fish grease right now.
Okay.
It's nothing between us but like a fart. You know what I mean? Once the bad air get out the way, then you realize everybody is the same. You know what I mean? So I'm happy at the way the West Coast is really getting back to what we love as a culture, making good music, raising the bar. Because at one time, I will say this, music has became, over the last 4 or 5 years, now it's changing. It became more of a gossip orientated, and music wasn't fashioned like that. It was supposed to be embraced, like this your testimony, and have a balance. So now I thank God, real talk, that it's getting back to the balance to where, you know what I mean, you could turn up, but at the same time, you could talk about some of the things in life that you've been through. And I don't care if you OG or if you young G, we all relate to that because we all got a story to tell.
That's real talk right there. We said at the same time.
Real talk.
Let's talk about this new project.
I got a new project called It's Cocaine Not Lemonade. It's an independent project,
what? Sorry to cut you off. Let me ask you this question though. Did you ever find it was hard to open certain doors because of your name?
Oh, that been the biggest problem when when Eric made the first biggest deal. With Poor Broken Lonely, Above the Law, and Cocaine at Epic Records. People were afraid of my name, Cocaine. So they, that's why that motivated me through the adversity to work 10 times harder, because we were turning things around to say Cocaine means when you listen to his music, he's dope. When you hear Cocaine, you don't think Cocaine is the biggest D-boy dealer in the world. You thinking like this dude is funky.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you listen to our music, warning, listening may become addicting. That was the whole cliche we were doing. And it fit more than the OJ Club working with NWA, because at the same time, didn't nobody want to say, with attitude on the radio. But they kept going because they had something different. They were visionaries. And whenever you're a visionary, it takes more time for you to complete your task because everything is so repetitious. You know what I mean? Everything's like creatures of habit. You know what I mean? But we were light year grooving, man. And one thing that stuck with me is when George Clinton and Bootsy Collins themselves, which that's a form of the West Coast that helped pave the way, the P-Funk evolved into G-Funk. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. He said, man, it took us 18, 20 years for people to get the mothership. So anything worth fighting that you're passionate for, it may take a long time, but when people finally get it, they're gonna understand all your hard work, all your connections, who you with. It really pays off and make a statement, because that's why we make records, not for ourselves, for the world.
Right. The legacy.
Real talk.
All right, so okay. Well, speaking of legacy and making music, this new project. I keep cutting you off and getting sidetracked, but
man, you see the jacket? Let me turn this around.
See.
It's cocaine, not lemon. Oh yeah.
What does that mean?
Man, for those, I need to educate the youngsters on it too. It's things that's called protocol. And when you look at cats like Toddy T, Mixmaster Spade, Ice-T, King T, cats like NWA, Above the Law, etc., etc. I'm talking about in the 80s.
Right.
They were the catalyst for us to make big money years later. Lonzo and all them, the McCullough days. And it was a saying on there that the late great Mixmaster Spade said, it's cocaine, not lemonade. Back when Uncle Jam's Army and all those was doing those things, it's important for us to reflect on that with the youngsters, like really bridging us all together. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to take this particular thing that Mixmaster Spade, shout out to Mixmaster Ken and Toddy T, something our Compton brothers did, and they didn't anticipate years later people would make billions in dollars up this and being,
right.
They were just doing it because it was fun. You know what I'm saying? They loved it. So I wanted to really do something that is a representation of the architects of West Coast, and have less gossip on it. So that's why I didn't have no features on it. I'm the most featured artist in the world, but I didn't want to go just on the gossip thing, which is cool. You know, ain't nothing wrong with doing features, but I'm saying this is the legendary Kokane. He's here to stay. He's the most featured artist from the West Coast. He's gonna raise the bar. So we were able to do that. I grabbed the usual suspects. Battle Cat, shout out to Battle Cat.
Yep, still got bangers.
Man, Cole 187, The Chill from Compton's Most Wanted, my dirty OG brother, et cetera, et cetera. And it turned out, man, quality, man. That's all we want, quality over quantity, man. And it's starting to really pick up. We put it out a while back, and as an independent man, you just got to be patient with yourself and continue to crush grapes.
That's the kind of dope part too. Is like now you can kind of put out music and just like kind of put it out there, and then a couple months later I'm gonna start my promotion, and then start to, let it live now a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, it's a big world out there.
Yep.
If you in a pissing contest to try to follow the Joneses, you're gonna lose. But if you take your time, work hard, network with the right people, anything that you put in your mind is going to manifest. So I've always believed in that concept that things are manifest if you dope, you connect with the right energy, because energy is everything. I mean, it'll oversee our expectations. So that's what Day is Cocaine, not Lemonade. It's overseeing my expectations, because I wanted to put it out to make people feel good with this particular genre that is actually reverting back, which is a blessing. You know what I mean? So, in cats like this, hooking up with Carpe Diem, we got a hit record, Drinks and Dozier. It's a beautiful situation, because your attitude really determines your altitude, brothers. You know what I'm saying? And, it's a lot of things going on. But I always say it in a funny way, and I always say this, man, all sperm cells don't get to the egg, man. So make sure you blessed enough to get to the egg and have the right attitude. And this man right here, this young man with an old spirit, had the right attitude. Yeah, and that's why we here.
Say your name one more time. I'm sorry.
Carpe Diem, man.
Carpe Diem. Okay. How'd you guys link up? How did all this happen?
Well, I did this record, man, that I got from Coast and his Papa got beats, and I just heard Cocaine on it, bro. It was one of them magical records, like one of the ones that come on and you say, man, why this ain't on the radio? I already heard her on it, so when I sent it to him, you know, I reached out to some OGs that got at him. He wanted to hear the music first, of course. You know what I mean? And he heard it, he loved it, got on it. And then we just been moving since there, man. And I had bro come out here. I actually flew bro back down to LA, man, so we can really like politic and really get out here. And we've been moving ever since then, bro. And it's done picked up the traction that we needed, bro. And it's moving.
Right now, where are you from?
I'm from LA, man, Crenshaw District.
Okay, okay. That's what's up. Well, hey, man, where can the people find you? Because you know, let them shout out everything, man. Like, so people can hear this music, so people can find this music.
Well, I'm easy to get a hold of. It's super simple. I don't do a lot of the Snapchats. You know, I try to keep it private.
Right.
You can reach me on Twitter at Kokane, Kokane official, or my real name, Jerry B. Long. Jerry B. Long, you can reach me at. And, you know, a lot of people inquire about cocaine, you know what I'm saying? So, like the great taste of Miracle Whip. A sandwich ain't a sandwich without a good taste of Miracle Whip on it. Come holler at your guy. You dig. And we here, man. Make sure you go support Carpe Diem. Make sure you support cocaine. And we here to just put that good energy. We want y'all to put y'all pistols away for a minute and get on the floor and vibe for a minute. That's all we here to do. Make you feel good.
You know what I'm saying? That feel good. That sunshine and palm trees.
Man, yeah, that
cocaine.
Yes,
man.
Hey, let me get off mine one time, man. Carpe Diem. You can reach me on IG. That's Carpe Diem, CARPEDIEM, the number 4N. So it's Carpe Diem Foreign. On Twitter, it's the same thing.
Right.
Carpe Diem Foreign. And man, we moving. Drinks and Doja is the single featuring the OG Cocaine.
No, I haven't heard your music yet. But do you got bars?
I got bars, bro.
We might have to get you back up here to do something, man.
Stop, bro. I'm with it. You know,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, did we hit everything? Cocaine? You got anything else you want to touch on?
I also want to say, and I'm gonna touch on this. I ain't gonna have a kumbaya moment so much, but I am. Last night was incredible at the Blasco.
Okay.
With Snoop Dogg. We're back together tough. We were able to come up with a song that's dropping on his EP tonight, 220.
Okay.
It's called Doggy Tales and produced by 1500 and Battle Cat. And it's an incredible record. And when you look at a time to when the East Siders was out, shout out to the East Siders, Trady and all them. Shout out to my Dirties too. That was something that affected the whole world. When you heard Last Meal, the Chronic 2000, you heard me on Chronic 2001. West Coast was doing some incredible things. Now, with what's going on right now, man, it's perfect timing, man. 220 is coming out tonight. It's a hit record. And I'm just, man, real blessed to be fortunate, man. Real talk. I choose my words carefully to hook up with the youngins like Carpe Diem. And then something that's a no-brainer, man. Whenever Snoop and Cocaine get on the track, man, me and him is close. Like
how many songs did you have on Last Meal?
I had like 9 songs, brother.
Damn.
Yeah. Pump Your Brakes, Stacey Adams.
Bitch, pump your brakes.
You know what I'm saying? Wrong Idea.
Yeah.
And those records, they still around, man. Every time I get work and money off those records because people want a particular sound that they can't get it from, and when I look at it in a nutshell, all those people that from your Nate Dogs and different other things, we're not only doing it for us, but we doing it for them too. We got to keep their spirits alive and their integrity alive. You know what I mean? So it's a blessed time right now on the West Coast.
Let me ask you that, because I mean, you and Nate Dogg sound nothing the same, but at the same time have a similar style, if that makes sense.
Right.
How did that style develop? Like, were you more rapping at first and it kind of turned into singing, or were you? Because I remember Nate Dogg said back in the day, he was like, I would just always kind of sing like this, and I was never quite a rapper, and it just came out like that.
Right. Well, man, I was making records in '87 actually. So I always like rapping and singing because I was influenced in the '70s between hip hop and the funk. But it was something that I was doing, and a lot of people used to like to compare us But Nate, I can't do what Nate Dogg do. He's sing, he's smooth, he's like the Steve Arrington of our times.
Right.
But Nate Dogg couldn't do what Kokane could do. And we accepted that. I rap and sing. I do George Clinton, Rick James, Sick James, all kind of different characters. But we used to sit back and actually laugh because people would be like, man, this and that. This,
And when you think
this
about it,
and
you were
that.
kind of one of the first ones really on the rapping and singing.
I was the first one.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
actually,
when did you start then?
well, I started in the 80s, listening to cats. It's just like if Eazy was here, he can't just say he invented gangster rap without mentioning 6 in the
okay, I
morning.
feel you.
So I can't say I invented this singing thing without mentioning Slick Rick. Because he was really one of the first ones. But how we did it, we emulated the funk. We didn't bite George Clinton. We took the essence from him, Parliament, Code 187, Above the Law, and Cocaine, and we did our own thing. We didn't want it to call it P-Funk. We wanted to call it G-Funk. And all those things that the original G-Funk, actually, Code 187, Warren G created the G-Funk era and did it how he did it.
Right.
And that's what good music is about. Steel sharp is still not a plastic butter knife. So we're supposed to influence each other. And it had a major influence on the game. A lot of times, a lot of people say I'm underrated, but I'm happy and content where I'm at. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because, I'm almost 50 years old, still being able to make the type of records that affect the world, not just the block.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
Definitely underrated. There a little bit of truth to that though.
yeah, but you know what? I'm happy.
Right.
One thing that you need in this game, and I think that's with most brothers and most legends, for those that are out there, is that they got to have a family stability. Like I got my shorty with me, you know what I mean?
Right.
My beautiful queen I've been with for 34 years, married 28.
Yeah.
That made me last a long time. I 8 wonderful children by one woman. Yeah.
You did that in hip hop.
Yeah. In hip-hop.
Man, you got to write a book on that one.
Oh, a book is coming out, The Making of a Legend, soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, but it's a blessing to have things that ground your wire in this particular crazy business, man. And being able to see the youngins really do what they're doing, man, I just get more than a kick out of it, man. It makes me happy, man, because we done what we done already. Man, I'm over 60 million records with my voice.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't even know. They don't know the face, but they know the voice.
Right.
I don't care if it's from a range on the East Coast. I've done records with Puffy, Dre, Busta.
What song did you do with them?
I mean, come on, man. I'm on The Saga Continues, me and Puffy.
Okay.
I sing Ass on Your Shoulders on the Genesis album. I got records with Jadakiss. You know what I'm saying? I got records.
I didn't think about
I got records
that,
with.
man.
I got records with P. Prodigy, rest in peace.
Hold on, so if I just say artist, can you tell me if you got a record with them or not?
Man, let me tell you something. Cocaine is at the top of the Google search engine as the most featured artist, so I guess I'm Googleable now. And I keep it humble on the Rumble.
What are those
You know what I mean?
checks like? You ever just check the mailbox one day and you're just like, ooh. Okay.
Man, it's all good. That's all I got to say. It's all good. At the end of the day, I stay out the way, man, and like to see other young cats
Right.
really, really, really push the line, man, because if I'm going to hand the baton down, I got to hand the baton down with a person that has the right type of attitude for the OGs.
Right.
You know what I mean? At the same time, accountability, as the OGs have accountability for that young, sharp business person. Because it's about handling your business. It's 86,400 seconds of the day. And let me tell you something. You need to spend a majority on that time conducting business.
Yep.
That's why I'm like, it was a magnet. You know what I mean? Because this is a music business. But the name of the game, and shout out to Kashif, my guy, the name of the game is the business of music, bottom line.
Yep.
And I had to learn that the hard way. So I want to be able to relate to somebody by giving my testimony, and they acquired their own thing, and just make the magic happen again, man, because people want to have fun again, man. People are tired of that, and we giving something that we know how to do in our little puzzle piece, which is a cornerstone, to get that fun again.
Yep. That's what's up. Well, hey, Kokane, thank you for coming through, man. This is like a very informative interview. Like, you have a lot of game and stories. I feel like we could have sat here for a lot longer and like.
Man, well, you know what? You know, big ups to K-Day, big ups to Guap, you know what I'm saying, for linking this up. Big ups to my sister, Cece.
Yeah, what up,
You know
C?
what I mean? Everything's about right timing. You know what I mean? And with the single that we got right now, Drinks and Dozier, it's Cocaine, not Lemonhead. It's the right season.
Right.
Behind the right reasons, you know? So big ups to you, man, for really letting us on the program.
Nah, this is dope, man. Like,
And
this
that's
for me,
beautiful.
like, I'm a fan at the end of the day. So when I hear all these stories, I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's just dope to hear the stories, man. I just want the people to hear the stories, you know?
Yeah, because people don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to tell everybody, don't wait till the legends die before all of a sudden this fake stuff start coming in, man.
Yeah.
Support them now. You know what I mean? You know, everybody ain't supposed to do everybody lane. Stay in your own lane. But the good thing about it is real unity. And that's what we doing, is expressing that unity.
And I think my job as a media guy is that I need to make sure that, you know, we're still gatekeepers in a lot of ways. And, I feel like a lot of us just like, we don't open the doors like we should to the people that need to be open towards.
Right.
So I want to make sure that if I have any sort of torch to carry in this culture, the same way, I carry it the right way. You know what I'm saying? So
That's right.
and that's 100% real. You know what I mean? So
That's right.
So shout out to you. Because, I mean, really, you made a way for me. If you really want to keep it real, you know? So,
Man, much love, man. I received
real talk.
that with all humiliation, but go get that Carpe Diem, Drinks
Get
and
that.
Dozier. Go get that It's Cocaine, Not Lemonhead project. Check me out on the new Daz, too, man. Shout out to Daz. I'm on the new Daz.
shout out Daz. Daz is always getting money.
Hey,
He's always figuring it out.
He working.
Yup.
And, man, get ready. Get ready to beat up the concrete. Blast your stuff on Volume 10 with the new 220 record that's coming out actually tonight. Man, support all the independent artists out there, you know, doing their thing. Shout out to Nipsey Hussle. You know what I mean? Very impressed with him.
Nipsey just he gave a
Very
lot of cats a
impressed.
blueprint. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, we can go and name 1,000 people, but right now we're concentrating on Carpe Diem and Cocaine.
That's
But
what it
shout
is,
out to
Cocaine.
everybody.
Yeah, hey, Drinks and Dozier, man, get that.
That's what it is. Available. Oh, no, the single with you and Snoops tonight.
Tonight. We did the video. Shout out to Dada.
So is everything dropping tonight?
Tonight.
Oh.
I don't want to say so much, but it's finna be crazy.
All right, we'll check for that. Hey, again, man, it's been a pleasure. So thank you guys for coming through. You guys are welcome anytime. Cocaine in the building. 935 K-Day Hip Hop back in the day.
Foreign.